What's going on, guys? We're out in the middle of friggin' nowhere, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna start this off by saying, and I'm not going after no one in particular. I'm really not. I'm just saying, I want to show you the difference. I want to tell you the difference between us and them. You know, like people say, different sides. Here's the difference. Excuse me. Okay, think about this. If, like, you know, Cherry and Hector, or you could say Hector, but you could probably say Cherry, really. He took that stuff down about Dylan, right? Even though he had it up there, he said terrible shit, he said all kinds of shit. He didn't do that to, you know, any other reason. Other reason he done it is he's seen how people was doing it. He knows if he pulls that back, that some people might say, like, well done, Cherry, you did the right thing. Way to go, Cherry, that's good of you. And see, people might say, like, oh, well, it is, he done it. No, he did. Dude, Cherry's the guy that 2 days ago was saying the shit he did about Jenny. And it's not just then. He's went at Jenny how many fucking times? I mean, the Eli people. I mean, losers. I mean, the shit he's called you all. We all have that. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. But to give him credit, he didn't do it. He done it. Cherry does nothing. He does nothing out of the kindness of his fucking heart. He knew when he was on Tammy's, he knew how it was looking on that part. A lot of the people was talking about Dylan. He's seen that, so in his mind, he's like, I take that down, you know, now I get praise for it. Fuck, Cherry, he ain't doing that. Cherry did it just for that reason. He's, you know, if anything, I mean, he's the only one with a fucking half a brain on that side. I mean, it must be full brain, because, I mean, some of the shit he does, he gets away with. It fucking amazes me how people lets him do it. I mean, you got to remember, the guy that was up on that panel looking like he was a fucking innocent person. Again, and I'm not saying, I'm just saying it, devil's advocate. If I was like somebody from, say, the Eli community, and I had no idea what was going on in the gig community, if I would have watched that yesterday, I would have thought, poor Cherry and Roy. I mean, God, how can Flex and Thunder do that? How can they treat them like that? Oh, Roy just wants to be left alone, and Cherry doesn't bother nobody. He leaves and everybody in the chat, 99.9, they all knew it was bullshit. It was all bullshit. And even if it was like trying to, like, you know, devil's advocate them, saying like, look, that's like Eli. The Eli people, they know Eli, they know how he is. And they know how Cherry is. You know how it ain't like, you know, everybody just met Cherry. Now, some of the people in the chat might have just, you know, which they know, because now, like I said, they knew him. They knew who he was. But to let them, like, talk and just keep saying shit and, like, you know, kissing ass, that's not fucking helping nothing. See, again, I have no idea how that, I got there, I watched the last maybe 20 minutes of that live. That's why, you know, when I got there and I made my first comment telling Flex and Thunder, like, why are you answering questions to, like, I mean, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? So I went back and watched the rest of it. I don't know how it turned into like a counseling session. Like, you know, it was supposed, you know, from what I heard, you know, they heard what Cherry had said and done, and it was like to go at that. I mean, we're grown men. We don't, you know, nobody needs to tell me how to work shit out. We know Cherry. He's from our community. We know what he is. We know he's fucked every few months. He's fucked somebody. He'll come back. He ruins shit. He fucks up people's friendships. He leaves because he gets doxxed again. And what happens on that, he uses that for an, you know, oh, I got doxxed, so I'm leaving my real life. Then he'll come back acting all sweet and innocent, you know, mentioning the old times and shit, and people let him back in. Then he starts doing the shit again. Then it's always, oh, that's just Cherry. That's just Cherry. That's how he is. That's just Cherry. That's the problem with our side. You know, we let that shit slide. We let them do it. Now, we do call them out. But the people who sit there and say that kind of shit, like, oh, well, that's just Cherry. You know how Cherry is. That's just Cherry. Yeah, that is him. That's exactly who he is. He's a fucking prick. That dude, anything we're saying, the whole thing when he was on Tammy's panel last night, like I said, I just seen it not too long. I mean, goddamn. I mean, and kudos to the fucking chat. You guys was fucking hammering them. And see, there's no reason to, like, you know, cuddle Cherry. Cherry's not, you know, he can't, Roy, the strike thing, I mean, that's pretty much over. Roy knew, he thought at midnight. So, I mean, Roy's obviously not going to do the right thing. If he would have done it, he would have done it to look good up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like he's taking the... I seen Roy went live last night, and I kind of went through his a little bit. I hadn't clicked on his shit in forever, hoping he would, you know... But no, it was him justifying and talking about the other side. The other side, how like, I told him to let it go. I said to let it go. They wouldn't stop. I wanted to be left alone. Roy, do you not know people fucking seen you going to the lounge? They seen you going to Hector's. They seen you talking shit on every panel. On your channel at this very fucking moment, you can go to Roy's channel. Go back for years. It's all drama. On Cherry's, go to his channel. Go back. Oh, you can't. You know why? Cherry has said so much vile shit, he's stuck down his whole fucking channel. Cherry don't want his like that Dylan shit. He's doing that. He's trying to get his monetization back. He don't want nothing with his name on a screen or anything somebody can do to fuck with him. That's why that got taken down. Like I said, I mean, Tammy fucking handed it to Hector. She told Hector exactly what, you know, she's like, I've seen your channel, get out of here. But thing about it was, yeah, Hector, yeah, he's part of that. Look at these fucking deer. That's not a squirrel, Hector. Go fuck yourself. It's deer. I got to talk about them. But what I'm saying is, Hector, yes, it's his channel, but not really. It's Cherry's channel. Cherry will tell you that. Hector will agree to that. So all this shit that was saying like, oh, Hector, you know, you can't come here, this and that, that should have been said on Cherry. Hector has said terrible shit and done terrible shit. But 10% of the shit Cherry's done. Hector was never, I mean, he's always been that kind of person. He hangs on like he done it with Matt. He does it with anybody. Anybody he can kind of get in with, he'll try to do that. He'll emulate them. But when he got with Cherry, he kind of held back for a while. He tried to act like, you know, he would like laugh and, you know, turn the camera off. You could tell he's, then he just doubled down and started adding it on it. But it was, you know, all the stupid shit was said was by Cherry at first, and Hector would just, you know, let it happen. But then, you know, Hector did. He you know, come on. He started doing the same shit. But Cherry is still the worst. Hector is just the channel that lets him spew his shit. And Cherry does it there. I mean, we seen Cherry months ago. Even the Eli people, they know that. They talked about Cherry months ago, the shit Cherry done to, like, hell, you all. You guys are losers. You got no life. You guys ruined everything. You guys are a bunch of freaks. I mean, hell, we got it all. We can show you. I mean, and no way would it. Dude, if somebody had done the shit to me or a friend of mine that Cherry had done to Jenny and Dylan, no way am I going to step there and say, well, let's hear him out. Fuck him. Hear him out for what? You done heard him out. You heard him out the day before. You heard him saying, like, sticking his elbow up Heidi's. You know, I can't even say this shit he said. Not because of YouTube. Fuck YouTube. I don't care about that. I'm talking about, I can't say it because I don't want to even say about the person I'm talking about. But the shit he said about Heidi and G was fucking unforgivable, too. Jenny and Dylan, he's done that before. He's won at them, everybody. Hell, he's wanted, you know, the shit Cherry has said. Then he'll sit there and the thing he was saying about G is so fucking hilarious. He's up there like, I mean, and somebody should have called him out for that, which they did in the chat. But Cherry was sitting up there saying shit like, oh, G was saying stuff about gay people, and I just didn't want him. Cherry, you're the fucking worst of it. You're the one that says the most vile shit ever about stuff like that. And then the racist shit. Cherry is by far, he has played racist music, made Bobby like fucking leave his own channel because it was so bad. He has said all kinds of shit. I mean, again, you all seen the NGB thing. How could anybody call themselves a fucking realtor and go out in public after saying like, oh, he's a dumb, you know, guy, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't fucking saying it. Then changing his screen name, then saying that. Then like the smelling thing. Hey, Reese, how in the fuck are you even? I mean, I know what it is. It's a hatred. You know, it's against Flex. You guys are such fucking vile people that over Flex, you will get on a panel with the guy. Reese, Cherry, you just heard him say it. He literally said on Heidi, go back to Heidi's video and listen to it. Heidi, she did great at that. She showed it. The only thing is, again, we got to stop, like, you know, because right now, when you thank Cherry for doing it, you know why he done it. There's no reason to fucking thank him. He done it to save face, but now everybody's going to try to give him credit, like, oh, well, he did the right thing, and Cherry's laughing at you all. Dude, anybody that knows Cherry, even the fence riders will tell you, Cherry was behind the scenes yesterday laughing his ass off, and he's, dude, there's zero doubt of that. Cherry was literally talking about how he handled shit. Hell, he was doing it in the chat. I mean, dude, Cherry is a manipulative son of a bitch, but he's not very good at it. I mean, again, everything that should have been said about him was up. It was said. And again, I didn't know it was supposed to be a counseling session. I thought it was like, hey, Cherry said this, we're going to call him out for saying this. But somehow it got turned on Flex and Thunder. And like, again, if I didn't know him, if I didn't know nobody in this equation, I would have left out thinking that Thunder and Flex are these terrible people. Excuse me. I mean, think about it. They went up there and they came in hot because Thunder and Flex literally seen what was going on. You see what I'm saying? They seen all the lies. They heard Cherry lied, and of course they were mad. So when they came up, they seemed a little mad. So, but when Roy would just, he would overtalk them forever. I mean, he would say his thing. They would be very, very patient, let him talk. When he would stop talking, they would start to talk again and, and answer it. They would get about a half a sentence in. Roy would overtalk them. Then it was like, let Roy finish. Why? Roy never lets nobody finish a goddamn anything. Again, I wish I would have got there earlier, boys. I don't know. I would have been like, what the fuck are you guys doing? We're grown men. We don't need help from somebody. We don't need fucking mediation. We see what Cherry is. Cherry's a cocksucker. Jenny and Dylan know we had your back. We ain't going to sit there and, no way would I let Jenny, after what he said to Jenny, and not this time, several times, and everybody knows it, I ain't giving him a goddamn platform. And Jamie, I got to say again, thank you. I mean, at least you was calling that shit out. I don't know. I don't know. That was terrible. and even Roy. I mean, people acting like, well, no, hey, I'm still cool with you, Roy. I'm still all right with you. How would anybody still be okay with Roy when he's doing the shit he's doing, taking the channel down? I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no reason in, like, behind the scenes saying one thing, then, like, in public, because that's what people hear. The public shit is what people hear. That's the thing they see. So if you're telling Roy you're fine with him, why should Roy do anything different? Hell, he doesn't have to. Everybody's okay in what he does. I don't get it. I swear to God. Again, to the Eli people. And I hate to even call you that, like I said, because all the Eli people I know are damn good people. But what I'm saying is, just imagine if that was Eli or Reese or anything, when they done that shit to one of you guys, if you seen us up there justifying and saying, let's just hear him out. Let's just hear him out. Then, if you let them, if they were talking, and when they said lies, they were called out for it. When you knew it was a lie, 100%, it would have been different. But you see what I'm saying? How would you all feel if we done that shit to you guys? I don't know. We got to stop doing that. I mean, Tammy had said it. We didn't go to Tammy for help. She's the first to tell you that. And we told you we didn't do that. We don't need nobody's fucking help. We know what he is. We done that because I thought it was over Jenny. I mean, I showed up, when I did, I thought, it was like, look, he's finally being called out for his bullshit, but he wiggled out of that, came out he came out better. Then, he takes that down. Cherry knows what the fuck he's doing. He took those videos down. So people would say, like, oh, yeah, Cherry's doing the right thing. Oh, now, look, Jaded's still talking. Jaded won't let it go. Roy, let it go. I told him to let it go. Roy has never let nothing go. Again, go back on his channel. Go back to the beginning. It's all he does is drama. Hell, go back on it just now. And Roy up there like, I don't delete videos. I don't take my live. Are you fucking kidding, Roy? You delete more fucking and hide more fucking lives than you leave up. Because you say bad shit and you take them down. We have that. You do know people clip that shit, right? And it's not, we can do that. We can send it to whoever we want to. That ain't against TOS. We can't play it on YouTube, but we can get, people in the comments was fucking hammering him on that. Like, what the fuck? You delete more than anybody. Roy will say the most vile shit. Then he'll, think about it and he'll private it real quick. But he forgets people fucking know he does it, so they clip the entire fucking thing. Why wouldn't they, right? I don't know. I'm just saying, the only way this is ever going to end is when people hold people accountable for the shit they do. No passes on either side. We have never went to those lengths. They do it and keep doing it because they do it and they get away with it. And people still say, oh, I still support them. I mean, what the fuck? Nah, fuck that. If the lounge goes down, Roy, there's no coming back from that, buddy. Cherry, there's no coming back for you. I mean, dude, you could find Jesus and come back as a fucking monk. It's not going to help your ass because everybody knows. I mean, I wouldn't trust you on a goddamn thing. I swear to God, everybody knows you're a piece of shit. You've been in it your whole life. And again, it's saying like, oh, look, Jaded won't let it go. Jaded knows Cherry. Jaded knows Roy. So both of them go fuck themselves. The rest of y'all have a good one. But I'm telling you, we got to stop that shit. I mean, they don't do it. I mean, imagine Cherry. Like Cherry's talking about, and Roy saying people are trying to keep them up the channel. No one done that except for them. That Cherry was the one cussing people out and calling them all kinds of names. The gay thing. You want to talk about that? Look what he said about Cray. All that shit. Because they would come on a channel and just say hi. No one else ever done that. Y'all have a good one. I mean, I don't know, man. I swear to God, I'm telling you, YouTube is a fucked up place. It's like in real life, if somebody had done me the way that, no way I'd handle it like that. No way. And I'm not going to kiss nobody's ass for nothing. Fuck that. I thought about it, like, should I even do it? Yeah, fuck, I ain't kissing nobody's ass on this. I know what Cherry is. I don't give a fuck. And nobody else would like if it was done to them in the opposite way either. If we brought people up and gave them a platform to fucking spew their bullshit, I mean, we would get called out, and rightfully so. Jenny, Dylan, again, I'm sorry that happened to you. And Jenny, you know I got your back. You fucking know we do. I seen you last night in there. And, you know, just because Cherry apologized for that, he didn't apologize. I mean, he said it to you guys. And some people said they accepted. You can't accept an apology for Jenny. Jenny's got to accept it. Jenny knows it wasn't true. She told you in the comments. She told us. She knew it wasn't. He's done it to her before. He's called her. God almighty. I don't know. Y'all have a good one. Later.